Hello, it's Chris Hill again, chef owner of the Old Walk Arms. Obviously when we do our chips here at the pub, we do it with the traditional method using the deep fat fryer, which is filled with vegetable oil and beef dripping to do our chips, but people don't have deep fat fryers at home anymore. In fact, I can't think of one single person I know that's got a deep fryer at home. So I'm going to show you a way that you could do chips to go with the steak in your own home from fresh potatoes, which will be pretty good. Not quite as good as the real thing, but they won't be far off. So I've got two managed piper potatoes here, old potatoes, locally grown of course, and these are the, managed pipers are probably what you're looking for chips. It's just because of the amount of starch in the potato. I mean, there's loads of tests you can find on the internet showing what potato is best used for what, but we tend to use managed pipers here at the Old Walk Arms for our chips. So yeah, I'm just square cutting them off to get them really neat. I mean, the trimmings, they're not the best mashing potatoes in the world, but the trimmings you could use to make some mashed potato. Obviously don't let them go to waste. Do something else with them, fry them off, chop them into small bits and just fry them off in a pan. Okay, so there we go, we've got our chips there. What I'm going to do with these actually is I've got a pan of water on, approximately about 90 degrees, and I'm going to put them in there and I'm going to simmer them until they give quite easily with a knife. Right, there we go. Our chips have had 10 minutes in the simmering pot of water. As you can see, there's not much, I'm not having much trouble whatsoever to sort of prod the knife into those there. I mean, you still leave a little bit of crunch, so we're going to go through the oven as well. So, there we go, dry them off on kitchen paper. Very carefully, very fragile. Just water off that. And what we're going to use for these chips is we're going to use corn flour, so that's the way we're going to get a nice crispy crust on them. And I put a little bit of cayenne pepper in as well, just to give them a bit of a kick. Put these in a sieve. I mean, if you don't have anything like this, you can obviously just use a sieve to dust it on. So then we're going to dust that over the chips there, make sure they get a decent coating. Okay, on the tray. Space them out. Obviously, if you cut these chips quite big, you don't need too many for each person. And then oil on. And then normally you preheat your oven at home, but obviously our oven here is a little bit different. So just going to turn that on there. I'm going to put it on as hot as I possibly can, which is sort of 230 degrees. We're going to place them there in the oven, and we'll cook them probably for about 15-20 minutes. Okay, right, so our chips have had about 20 minutes now in the oven. Just going to get them out. There we go, as you can see, chips there. Got them golden brown colour off there, so what I'm going to do with them, I'm just going to put them in here. I've got some kitchen paper in here, so I just want to dry the grease off, because there's a little bit of grease obviously from the oil, but there's a lot less grease than you'd have from the chips that you cook in a deep fat fryer. There we go. Right, so the grease is gone from the chips. There we go. In the bowl there, and then what I'm going to do with these, I'm just going to put a bit of smoked mould and sea salt on them. Shed of vinegar. And there we go. Look pretty good to me.